Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. Okay, guys, so thank you to everyone who joined us for our Vanderpump Rules recap today with Kiki from the Talk of Shame. Love those lives. And also, thank you for joining Jason and Josh and friends last night for Anchor Watch, the Below Deck recap, and for joining our after party, our VPR after party. Last night was a long one. I know I said this in earlier videos, but if you guys didn't watch, well, just, it was all of a sudden, I think it was like, I don't know what it was. It was like 7 o'clock. And I got a text from Kristen Doty and she said, "Can you do my podcast?" I said, "Yeah, I'll do the podcast." She said, "I'm sorry, it's last minute." I was like, "No, it's fine. After the after party, normally I just go to bed. So sure, I can do it." And we ended up doing the podcast and it was way past my bedtime, but we did it. We're not back to talk about Bravo though right now. No, we're back to talk about the Chrisleys because the lawyer's speaking out and also there's an interesting fun fact that I didn't know anything about. So smash that like button, show some love. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and let's jump right in.
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
Okay, guys, so it's been a minute since we talked about the Chrisleys, and a lot of people are starting to think, because if you think about it, we are approaching really quick April. In April, I believe they get to go to the appellate court and they get to have their voices heard, their oral arguments, and usually this doesn't happen. So after talking to Emily D. Baker about this, she said that it's very rare that these cases make it to the appellate court. And well, they must think that there's an argument here or else it wouldn't have been approved. So, okay, that looks like, listen, there could be hope for the Chrisleys. But wait, I wanted to get into this part real quick. So there was an exclusive that came out on Radar Online saying that the Fed should have acted sooner to seize Todd and Julie Chrisley's $1 million settlement, is what the lawyer says. So Uncle Sam should have acted quicker if he wanted to block Todd and Julie from the $1 million settlement that a judge said was owed to them from the state of Georgia, at least according to one of the incarcerated couple's attorneys who addressed the issue exclusively with Radar Online. Jay Sargent with Weiner Law Group said that there are several issues with the federal government's attempt to seize the settlement money to help pay off the Chrisleys' $17 million restitution from their fraud conviction, with the most important being that they're a little too late. They knew the $1 million was released, but didn't do anything about it until now. And that's when the attorney told RadarOnline.com, after they broke the story, that the federal government filed legal documents in an attempt to intercept the money, claiming they only found out about the settlement recently. The other issue is the majority of the money is allegedly already gone, with the funds reportedly going towards paying off the couple's debt. And the documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, the Fed said that they believe the settlement funds are being held by a law firm representing the Chrisleys. However, the attorney denied that accusation. It's important to note that Surgeon's law firm is not listed on the documents. The government listed a firm handling Todd and Julie's appeal battle, in which Surgeon serves as co-counsel. We're told there are several ways that the feds could have intervened had they acted sooner. They should have taken action to block the distribution and argued for the funds as soon as the settlement happened. That's what their attorneys are arguing. And adding, they took no judicial action before the $1 million was released. So, as Radar reported, Todd and Julie was awarded the settlement after suing the former director of the Department of Revenue's Special Investigations Unit, Joshua Waits, claiming that they were unfairly targeted as part of a tax evasion case. Todd and Julie claimed that Waits tried to get information from their estranged daughter, Lindsay. Todd and Julie never received any of the $1 million personally, charged the attorney, whose firm is listed on the documents. This money did not go directly to either Todd or Julie. However, and neither of them have received any funds from the settlement, but numerous debts they previously owed, including some reflected in the pre-sentencing financial disclosures, were paid in whole or in part, given that these payments resolved some of their debt and therefore changed their economic circumstances in material ways. The defendants believed it's prudent to notify the court and the United States attorney in accordance with the judgment. So this came from Michael J. Bowers. That's what he said in a statement when he announced the settlement earlier this year. And as of right now, based off of what they're saying that the judge has yet to rule on the government's motion to seize the money. But based off of Todd and Julie's attorney, he's saying it's too late. you're not getting the money. He's also saying that they didn't get the money. He's saying that the money paid off debts. And that pretty much, if it's sitting with an attorney, that means it's probably in an escrow account. So now I'm wondering how. This is a question for Emily D. Baker because I'm curious, how can they? Because isn't it the IRS that would be seizing your funds or taking your funds to pay off other things? Because if they sued the IRS, then how can the IRS be like, okay, yes, we're going to pay this to you, but then we're seizing it back to pay off other debts, or at least try to? It's very confusing for me, but I'll ask Emily. Now, on top of that, we have another article that came out where, listen to this. Todd and Julie haven't talked in over a year. There was an insider close to the couple telling Radar Online that the pair were denied the right to make phone calls to each other while serving their combined 19-year prison sentences. The outlet is told by a trusted source that Todd and Julie have not spoken since turning themselves into separate prisons on January 17th. It was the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Well, they allow married inmates to have monitored phone calls with each other. However, those conversations are subject to the prison warden's approval. Their source said that Todd and Julie's legal team followed protocol by asking that they be allowed to talk over the phone once a month, which they were told is pretty standard. Now, while Julie's warden approved the request, RadarOnline.com was told that the person in charge at Todd's facility refuses to give him the privilege, with Radar Online's source claiming it's retaliation for the reality star and Savannah Chrisley speaking out about the conditions behind bars. So they're pretty much now accusing the warden of being like, well, you and your daughter want to go out there and sit there and trash my house, my prison, and say that things are going wrong and that I'm not doing my job right. Okay, well, then why am I going to reward you? I'm not. I'm going to bow out my peacock chest right now, and I'm going to show you exactly who's in charge. That's what I'm gathering from this. And I mean, it is the warden's prison. So, as we know, Todd obviously is serving his 12-year sentence at federal prison camp Pensacola in Florida, and his wife is at Federal Medical Center at Lexington in Kentucky. Um, They started serving their sentences at the beginning of last year, 2023, after being convicted of defrauding banks of more than $30 million in fraudulent loans. However, Todd and Julie, since they received this settlement, and now they're about to go to the appellate court, it seems like their future, the fate of what they have going on, is pretty up in the air. People are still wondering, could they actually get out? Could they get out with time served? Could this whole thing be dismissed? If it's dismissed, do they still owe the restitution? And then I asked an attorney, if it is dismissed, can they go back and sue for putting them behind bars? And I was told no, they cannot go back and sue. They would just be released and it would be like, so on, have fun. Good luck out there in life. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't really see that one coming. But guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. So go ahead and pop off in the comments. But also, I've been saying this all over the place. We are promoting our podcast right now, and we are doing a free giveaway. So we're at 1,000, I believe, 50 ratings. Once we hit 1,300, all you have to do is go to anywhere you get your podcast, go down, drop a rating, and let us know if you think the Chrisleys will get out early. That is the question for this video. And then you are automatically in the running to win a free Rose Forever from roseforever.com, where you can just go in and pick any bouquet that you want. Literally one of my favorite gifts ever. But smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.